Trend trading strategy is so important in the life of every trader because it tells you the direction of the market. It tells you what the market is doing. Because take for example, we cannot expect the chart to be moving just like that without actually moving with a trend, without actually telling us what the market is doing. It is that trend line that helps us to know exactly when to get involved in the chart and when to exit a trade, in the sense that there are two purposes that the trend serves. One, it serves as an entry for us to look for opportunities to sell or buy. Why the second one is it serves as an exit strategy, in the sense that it tells us when to leave the trade. Smart money guys or the big players or the big banks, they actually use these trend lines, okay, to tell us what the market is actually doing. Now for the sake of this video, I'm actually going to be explaining how to draw a trend line. I've dropped a video before about 8 months ago about how to draw a trend line, but I'm going to be doing it again. So for the sake of traders that were asking about how to understand when to draw a trend line and when to know when the market is bearish or bullish. Now the second phase is going to be advanced. It's going to be advanced. How the advanced traders draw the trend, and that's when they're going to be seeing a lot of trend lines. Someone chatted me on WhatsApp, and the person was like, guy, what's up? What's going on? Well, I'm seeing so many trend lines. I don't understand how you draw these things. This is it. I'm going to be explaining it in this video. Okay, just stick with me to the end. Stick with it, and if you're yet to subscribe, do so, and leave a comment in case you have a question for us. So let's jump right in. So let's go to the weekly. I always say, guys, I love going to the weekly to know what the market is doing. Let's start from the monthly rather. So get a clear picture, because having a clear picture of what the market is doing in the weekly or the monthly time zone, it gives you an edge. Because when you see a little move, you know that the market is actually doing something else. Okay. I'll just map this out from here. Just map this out from here because of some time. Trading view is so crazy. So I discovered there's something called Go Chart. I'm going to be checking it out later. I think it's more preferably than this trading view stuff. It can be crazy. Okay, I'll just explain what the market did here. For the guys that don't know how to draw trend lines, then I will come back for this same chart to show you what the advanced traders are doing. Okay, let's go closely. Now, in case you want to learn how to draw the trend line, let me take off all these stuffs and take them all out, so get a clear picture of what's going on. Okay, now take note of this. Whenever the market is moving in a direction, it gives us a higher high and a higher low. Then let's take for example a market that is bullish. It's supposed to be doing something like this. It's supposed to be doing something like this. Okay, let's just go up a little bit. A market that is bullish is supposed to be doing something like this. A market that is going up, higher high, higher low. Okay. It's a little bit high. Now let's move up. Okay, should be all. And just draw this down a little bit. easy. Not doing anything well. Uh, let's see what's going on here. Okay, let's try to get a clear picture. No. Okay. Now this market is said to be bullish. I'll just use it as an example. I don't know. And just try something simple. Reason I say it's bullish is because it's going up. Going up. Okay. It's actually going up. If you keep drawing the trend line, it continues like that. It keeps moving to the upside. Now, this is for a market that is bullish. This is for a market that is actually what's going up. Now, take note of this. These swing points here that are actually retraced are said to be the zone where the market is what respecting. Like I said, no market actually continues moving upward forever. It will always come back to retrace. And this zone here, sorry, this zone here are the major swing points where the market retraces to. I'm just going to be using this as an example. So your concern now is to identify this swing point that I'm pointing out with this rectangular move. I think I will just use those two for now. Then what you do is you draw your trend line. You come and start from the candle that started the move, and make sure it's touching the trend line is actually straight, touching some swing points. Let me take this down. Okay. Okay, this should be better. So this tells us that this market is actually what bullish, but now the market has actually turned bearish. Now for the smart money guys, I need you to understand. I'm going to be pointing out what happened here at the top. Okay, but for now, let's consider this market to be what? To be bearish. Now, since we know it's bearish, let's take note of this. Whenever it's bearish, it's going to be respecting trend lines also. So another way to draw the bearish trend line is you identify some swing points. Sorry. Something else. Some swing points. Trading view is beginning to upset me. I'll just take it down and just apply it from here. Okay, this I'll just leave it. Now we are expecting this market actually to come to this trend line, because why? If you check vividly well, you will see something that is happening here. Something happening here. One, this is the first major swing point. Two, this is another swing point. The market comes down here and it goes back up to another swing point here, and this is the last swing point before the breakout from the trend line. So this is how the market actually continues. So as you can see, we identify major swing points. So if you want to draw your trend line, what you want to do is look for the major swing point, and once the market touches the swing point, you will always notice something. There will be an entry trigger for you to take the price to the downside. It's always safer that way. It's always safer that way, because why? You understand that the market is actually what? On the bearish move. Now let me take this out, since we know that the market has already broken the structure, this trend line here. and we are looking at the bearish short condition of the market. Now what are we expecting this market to do? We're expecting this market to retrace down here before the move up. Also, it might continue and break this trend line, but there's something I want you to know, understand. This is for the smart money guys. This is what I do whenever the market come to this major swing point here. Now let me look for an entry in the lower time frame. An entry in the lower time frame. Once it comes to this trend line, what I will do, this is the monthly, don't forget, I go down to the daily. I will not go to the weekly because I'm looking for an opportunity there. So I'll go down to the daily. You stick with me. Trading view can be crazy. Okay, so this is an entry here. This is an entry here for you to write price to the downside, because why? This market here has already touched. So what we're expecting it to do is get an entry here where this rectangle is, and write price to the downside. Write price to the what? To the downside. And I want you to understand something. Whenever you get involved in a chart, don't forget this trend line that I drew was actually from the what? The higher time frame, which is the monthly. Now whenever you want to get an entry here, there's something you need to do. You equally need to what? Draw a trend line, because in this lower time frame, which is the daily, the market also will be respecting trend line. And whenever you see a trend line break, it's an indication that the market might not reverse immediately, but it will eventually what? Reverse. Now for an example is, let's draw a trend line here. Since this is our daily and we've already understood what the market is doing in the monthly, we'll draw a trend line here in the lower time frame. This is to tell us that whenever this market breaks this trend line, the monthly want to actually reverse. That is what it means. So let's get the trend line here. Sorry, let me take this out. Okay, now see what happened here. Let me take this one out so to become clearer. If you look very well, the market has been respecting swing point like I showed you in the monthly, but something happened. There was actually a break. This has been crazy. Draw this closely. Trading view can be crazy. Say that again. So now, like I said, see, the market has been respecting these trend lines. Now if you want to go advanced, there's another way to draw this trend line. Let me draw it here. Some folks do this also. Some folks do this. So I'll show you this. Some folks do this also. They do this, but I don't really see it as important. Mostly if I understand what the market is doing. Now see what happened here. I told you that whenever the market breaks the trend line, to actually come back. But guess what? It did not actually go up immediately. It actually came back down. It still came back down. It still came back down. There's an advanced trend line I'm seeing here, but I'm not going to be showing. Like I said, this one is actually for beginners. So that is how beginners draw their trend line. Now let's move over to the advanced traders. Let's go back to the monthly. It's strictly for advanced traders. I'm going to be adding smart money concept, because smart money are the owners of the big banks. They're the owner of the market. I put it that way because they actually use their own trend line to stop out. So now for the smart money guys concept, I want to say this for advanced traders. Whenever you see the market actually break a trend line, it's not actually an indication for you to exit the market immediately. It's because the market would definitely come back. You can still hold your positions. Okay, now this is it. As you can look, this major zones where we actually leave this market like this, where the market actually touched this zone. Now take note of this. The market touched this major swing point. This was it. This first one was here, and this was the last one. So but take note, the market broke the trend line. Someone will be saying, guy, this market is about to reverse. No, it's not reversing immediately. It's actually going to be coming down to the zone here. Let me point it out. It's going to be coming down here. It's definitely going to be coming down to touch this trend line. Now the reason is because this is it. Let's draw another trend line here. Take note, whenever one trend line is being broken for the advanced traders, there will actually be another trend line that will be respected. The only reason why we are expected to exit this trade is when this market breaks this trend line also. Every trend, I said this in the last video, every market that moves in a direction, mostly if it is bearish or if it is bullish, it actually moves in two phases, two trend lines. One, inner trend line, and next one is the major trend line. Now for the sake of this video, this actual trend line has been broken, which is the major trend line. It has been broken, but the market is actually giving us another trend line. So if we want to leave this market, if we want to really exit this market fully, what we're doing is we wait for it to come to this zone and actually break, which I'm not sure that is going to be happening. I'm not sure this is going to be happening anytime soon, but if we expect this market, it should do something like this. Come back to this trend line again. It should come back to this trend line and then start looking for opportunity for us to go back to the upside again. But I doubt if this is going to be happening. Reason is because the momentum of these candles are actually big, so it's not going to be happening that way. But now let's stick to what I was saying. There's something you need to understand. I think I should drop this secret in this video. Should I drop the secret in this video? Okay, let me just say it. Now take note of this. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going to be dropping it in the future video, but in case you want to hear the secret, you just have to say it out. This is a concept that I use in trading. It tells me when a market is about to change structure after I've used the trend line. It tells me when. So in the future video, I'm going to be dropping it, but if you're interested in it, you can leave it in the comment section. Say, sir, I'm interested in the video about the secret you talked about. I'm going to be definitely going to be doing a video about it. But for the sake of this video, we're going to be ending here. See you guys.